Hey guys, it's Mufada here and Joyce. Hope you're well.
Hey.
So in this video, we want to talk about how to start a home care agency as a single black woman.
Right.
Now, most importantly, we want to cover just two things. The first is some of the things that you ladies are doing wrong when you pick a partner. Now, this is for the single ladies now, not for the married ones. So if you're married, fine, you can listen in, but this is mainly for the single ladies.
Yeah.
So the first thing we want to talk about, like I said, is what some of you ladies are doing wrong when you choose a life partner. And the life partner is also ultimately going to be involved in your business. And the second thing is, I want to cover what men are looking for in a partner. So give you a male perspective here on what men are looking for in a wife or in a life partner. Let's put it that way.
Right.
All right, so let's start. What are some of the things that you ladies, single ladies, are doing wrong? I can list countless things, but let me just narrow it down to just a few. The first thing that I see a lot of single ladies do wrong is demeaning or looking down on guys that are just starting off their career, that have potential. Because a lot of, and this is true for a lot of people, not just black women, but a lot of
all other races as well.
Right, all other races, but most importantly, I feel like we always hear, as a man here, we always hear this excuse that there are not enough good men out there.
That's true. I've had that a lot.
Right? I call BS on that because there are plenty of good men out there.
That's true.
Some of those good men are still trying to get to the good, to the good side, right?
They're still growing.
They're still growing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And you know that from my observation, the difference between men and us women is that men take a little bit longer to mature than we women. Yeah.
When we first met, let's talk about this.
Yeah.
This is very important.
Yeah.
When we first met, I was not the perfect guy.
No, but I saw potential in him.
Oh, you did?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
He had some qualities that I really admired in a man.
Tell us more.
There's nobody who's perfect in this world. Yes, when I first met him, the first thing that I saw about him that really wowed me was the fact that he's very charming. He's a very, the other thing that I saw in him, there are people that you see and you can tell that they have potential. I could see that, I don't even know how to explain it, but I saw that he had potential to make it further in life. I saw that.
So the point I want to make is, now it's about me now. It should be about me. But the point that I'm trying to make here is that I had so many flaws when we first met. Some of those flaws were, I like to party too much. I drank too much.
Yeah, drinking, yes.
Right? I drank too much. I like to party too much. And I like to go out too much and spend too much money on partying.
So I didn't have a problem with you partying a lot because I think we're both in a phase of wanting to have a good time, and there's nothing wrong with, having a good time.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, it's good that we actually went through that, and now we don't even feel like we're missing anything. When we left New York, we don't feel like we're missing anything.
Right. So it was a phase that I was going through, and similarly, a lot of guys you're going to meet out there are going through a similar phase that I went through in the first, I would say, 3 years of our relationship.
Yeah, but honestly, the drinking, it was a little too much. God, I relied on God and prayed for him that he could change his drinking ways. It reached to the extent that I remember telling him that, you know what, I don't have a problem of you drinking. You can drink, but don't drink to get drunk. Because he used to drink and get drunk, and I didn't like that.
I had no breaks.
Yeah.
It's all in.
Yeah.
So The other thing that you forgot to mention is I wasn't a church-going guy.
Yeah, he wasn't.
I didn't go to church.
But you believed in God. You just didn't go to church.
Yes.
Yes.
So, again, you're going to meet a lot of guys that are going through the phase, similar phase that I went through, where we're not ready to settle down. We're not ready to commit.
Right.
Even having kids. You might be ready to have kids, but he's just trying to get to the next level in his career, and you just need to give him a chance. If you see potential in the guy, I say give him a chance. Unfortunately, a lot of women out there are not willing to give a guy like that a chance.
They're not patient. A lot of people are not patient.
They want a guy who has everything.
Everything. And honestly, there's no anybody that is perfect out there.
No way.
It's your responsibility as a woman to help your partner be perfect the way you want him to be.
Yes.
Be patient with him, be understanding, because believe me, that's just a phase. It's not going to last forever.
It won't last forever.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. With some guys, it lasts for a long time. And these ladies run out of patience.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I guess what I'm trying to say is this, that there will be some guys out there that are worthy of you giving them a chance.
Yes.
And when we say give them a chance, don't give them 3 months, right? Don't give them just 6 months. We're like, oh, it's over, right? Maybe that guy just needs
a year.
2 years.
Or 2 years
to grow.
Actually, 2 years is the best.
I think 2 years is good.
2 years is enough a time to actually even get to know each other in a relationship.
Absolutely.
Before you make that commitment,
Absolutely.
or get to the next level of your relationship. Could be marriage or something like that.
And also, unfortunately, a lot of ladies are looking for, like we said, looking for a guy with everything. Here's the truth: a guy with everything doesn't want you.
A guy with everything usually doesn't have the true love. That's just my observation. Am I right on that?
This is real.
Yeah.
A guy with everything is not gonna want you.
They're usually players.
Yeah. So if you're already a work in progress and he's already at that level, what makes you think he's going to want to work in progress?
No.
He doesn't want that.
He doesn't.
He's got options.
He's got a lot of options.
This is leading to the next part. Next point, the last point, which is what are men looking for in a partner? Men who are already established. That means he's got a great job.
Right.
He's got a great house.
Right.
In a great location. He's got a car.
Yeah.
He's got a banging body.
Yeah.
That guy.
Yeah.
His standards are way out here, partner. But if he's single, which is very, very rare,
let me tell you something.
that means he's screwing everybody.
Yeah, men who already have wives, forget it. He's not gonna settle down with you because he knows what he likes or loves about his wife. He will cheat and do all kind of things, but he will always go back to his wife.
Absolutely.
So you'll be wasting your time thinking, hoping that maybe one day he's gonna change his mind and wanna settle down with you or wanna marry you. That's not gonna happen.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So this leads again to another point that I want to make is that what men are looking for in a life partner, it's very simple. Us guys, for a long time, we have our type in our head, right?
Right.
It's kind of like this. Have you ever seen a guy who goes into a store? Maybe it could be a grocery store or
yes, I know what you're about to say.
A department store, and he just walks in straight to whatever he wants to buy. Let's say he wants to buy a pair of shoes. He goes straight to those shoes.
He already knows what shoes.
He already knows what color shoes, what size shoes,
or maybe a designer.
What designer? Yes. Everything is already in his head. All he does is walk straight to those shoes, picks them up, and goes straight to the cashier.
Yeah, at most he can spend maybe 10 minutes or 20 minutes in the store. Whereas as women, it's different. I've gone shopping with friends. I used to have a friend like, oh my God, every time when she says we're going to shop, I'm like, oh my God. I get exhausted because I know when we go to the store, we're going to spend at least 3 to 4 hours. And Sometimes she doesn't even make a decision on what to buy. She'll try on like maybe 6 or 7 outfits and still doesn't buy anything. So we have lost 4 or 5 hours trying on different outfits. So that's the difference between men. Always know what they want.
Men always know what they want, which is why when I saw her, I knew right away this was my type.
Oh, that's a nice compliment.
Absolutely. And I told you the first time that I met you, that this is what I want.
He was so excited.
I was very focused. I was very focused on what I wanted because I already had this is my type in my head.
Yeah.
So it was easy for me to make that decision. But for a lot of you ladies, it's very difficult for you to make a decision on the type of guy you want.
Yeah.
So a small minority of you ladies will know your type, but more than likely your type is the wrong guy for you. Right?
Yeah, so anyway, the point that Mfaro is trying to make here too, because we were talking about how to start, a home care agency as a single black woman. The reason we're also talking about partners is because you want to have a partner that is going to support you, right?
Absolutely.
Support you with your business, support you with your goals, and this is what really leads to successful marriages and relationships is having the same minds, like thinking the same.
Marriage is not about the wedding day.
No, it's not all about the wedding day.
Marriage is about a commitment, a long-term commitment, not just about the wedding day. Unfortunately, a lot of people, men included, just focus only on the wedding or making the wedding look good for Instagram. That's not it.
That's not
so,
it. There's more to it.
In closing, the last point here, I want to make this point very clear. If you want to test to see if this guy is really for you and you're really about this life of starting a business, every time you go on a date, if it's a new guy, this is how you vet the new guy, right? This is how you vet this person. You ask them the simple question. Hey, I'm thinking about starting this business and it's gonna cost me $5,000 to start. I'm gonna need some money to start it. If he doesn't volunteer to hear more about that business, or if he doesn't volunteer to invest in you at some point, money or time, because some guys are not going to have money, right? But if he doesn't say, look, I know how to do maybe to design websites, I can help you build your website. If he doesn't say anything like that, and you're about starting your business, then your relationship is not going to work.
This is just an advice to all of you single ladies, is that I used to have a friend who believed that, I know she would tell me, Joyce, you need to try on a weave or try on a wig, just do changes to your hair. You can't just be braiding your hair or doing the same style over and over or cutting your hair like this. You need to, have some wigs on, do some weaving. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but from what I know with men don't like wigs. They don't like weaves.
We don't like weaves. Saving the money that you're spending on weaves. A lot of you ladies are spending more money on your weaves than you are on your business. There's something wrong there.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with dudes. I see a lot of guys who spend more money on sneakers than they do on their business. Or they spend more money on sneakers than their wife's business.
Yeah. That's so wrong.
It's not going to work.
It's not going to work. You always have to look at the long-term benefits. What's going to benefit you in the long term? You have to look at the future.
Now more than ever that you're not going out all the time, you don't need to be spending so much money on weaves. Fine. You can wear your weaves and you can wear your wigs if it's something that you prefer to do, but I'm just telling you right now, majority of black men that I know, including myself, we don't like that. We don't like those weaves.
Yes, and then another thing too I want to talk about is, this is also something that I learned from my father and also through observing, is that if you want to attract a successful man, or maybe he's not successful, but a man that like we're talking about potential, someone who has the potential to do well in the future, or a good man, let me put it that way. You as a woman, you need to work on yourself. By what I mean by that is, work on your self-confidence. Also, men are usually good men or successful men are attracted to women who are successful as well.
No,
they can pick up on that right away. It's not about your wigs, it's not about your weaves, it's not about, of course you have to look good, there's no doubt about it. You have to look good, but there's more to that. There's more to more than to what looking good. Yeah, you need to work on yourself. If it's to start this business, you want to start your non-medical home care, you can work towards that. Believe me, that man, there will be a man that's looking looking
just for that.
Just for that. Yeah. So don't be discouraged that there are no men, good men out there.
True, because you're right. Guys who have a lot, they have approached or have been approached by a lot of women.
Right.
So they know how to navigate and pick the ones that they want, what they're looking for.
Yes.
And they look for qualities beyond the weave, like you said, beyond the face full of makeup.
Yes. Yes. And also, in addition to that, again, is that I remember I've had, like, I think maybe two women who once told me, there's one of them who told me that, man, I wish I was tall, I had these big hips, I had this big booty. Man, I think I'll get all the men. That is so wrong.
You get all the men to sleep with you.
With you, and that's it, or maybe a one night stand. So I looked at her and I'm like, you know what? I didn't even bother saying anything because I'm like, she's very convinced that that's what men want.
It's not true.
But she was so wrong about it. But again, I'm not saying that you shouldn't take good care of yourself, because one thing I believe is these eyes have no curtains. They have no curtains. So make sure you take good care of yourself. Always look good, but also be goal oriented. Yes. And focused.
And don't be negative.
Don't be negative. That's true.
Is great.
Yeah.
All right. I hope you got some value from this video, and we'll see you in the next one.
See you.
Peace.